This is Joe Wayne with the Anti-COINTELPRO Show and InstinctForSurvival.com. Thank you. Thank you to all of those wonderful, wonderful, wonderful protesters. Thanks, protesters. Today, I, Joe Wayne, with the Anti-COINTELPRO Show and InstinctForSurvival.com, will be playing the part of Trump surrogate. That's right. So as a Trump surrogate, a pretend Trump surrogate, let me say thank you, thank you, thank you to our most loyal supporters. Thanks for our biggest donators of political currency. Thanks for those ones that have been there every single step of the way from the beginning of Donald J. Trump's announcement to where we find ourselves today in Costa Mesa, California. That's right, beautiful Costa Mesa, California, where the flags match the name. That's right, all Mexican in nature. Yeah, not Mexican-American, Mexican, as shown by their Mexican patriotism and all of their wonderful Mexican flags that they're flying all over the captured southern states of California. Yep, they used to be the southern states, the Southern California state of the Republic of the United States of America. Now they are nothing more than one ginormous party for the Trumpster. That's right, one ginormous victory party. Thank you, California.
It's 4 o'clock.
Thank you, protesters. Thank you, illegal alien lobby, for doing what mere corrupted cash could never do. Your political, emotional anger has turned into the currency of political will for Donald J. Trump and his mission to make America great again. Yep. You guys and all of your wisdom, you guys and you gals and you little Mexican babies, yeah, you cute little Mexican babies with your cute little Mexican flags as a backdrop and your little sign saying, "Make America Mexico Again." Hey, guess what? This is our land. This is our land, Patron. That's right. He is the Patron. That's right. He's your big boss man. Don't ever forget it. And if there were any question marks associated with this remark, look at the pictures. Look at all the beautiful Mexican flags. Look at all the beautiful protesters. Look at all the beautiful bloodied faces of the Trump supporters, right? It's almost like, these protesters are actually working for Trump. Because in their zeal, in their animosity, led strictly by emotion, not a brain cell to be found in the whole protest, right? I mean, the whole protest from sea to shining sea, from West Coast to East Coast and all points in between, there is not one brain cell amongst or between the lot of them. No, there isn't. Because if there was, they would sit down, they would shut up, and they would let Donald J. Trump be his own worst enemy. But no, he's not. In fact, Donald J. Trump is a political genius. Not only is this guy a celebrity, a tycoon, a business genius, he is also a political genius. And he has forced, that's right, not using force, which is an amazing thing. He has forced the useless masses of illegals and their loony leftist supporters and agitators. Yep. Yeah, they're agitators. They're communist. Don't believe me? Look at their sign. What are the last two words of their sign? Capitalist pig. Who says capitalist pig? Oh, I don't know. Communist? Yeah. Yeah. Jihadists do not say capitalist pig. Communists do. So I want to thank all you communists. Thank you, Bill Ayers, Bernadine Dorn. Thank you to all of the lunatic left for acting once again without thinking. And if this really, shows you morons anything, it shows you once again you have been out manipulated. Hell, you have just been manipulated. You haven't been out manipulated. You have simply been manipulated by the master of the media. The showman, the political powerhouse that is Donald J. Trump. You morons have given him, mind you, this is a man who is self-funding his campaign. And everyone kind of scratched their head at that, self-funding his, I know he's got a lot of money, but he can't be self-funding. Yes, because he is using the currency of fear, right? The currency of emotion, the currency of ignorance. Yeah, because ask any of his quote-unquote protesters what they're protesting. Come on, just put a mic in their face for 10 seconds. But you can't. Nope, all you can do is show the visuals, because if, like Obama, you put a microphone in front of their face without a teleprompter, well, then their whole damn scenario just falls to pieces, right? They don't know why they're there. They don't know anything about Trump except for, the trigger words. He's racist. Oh, he's so racist. Oh my gosh, he's so racist. What a racist. Which the word has no meaning at all since they have used it to death. Yep, he may be a lot of things, but stupid is not one of them. All of your, and that really makes me scratch my head, because I really didn't think that the establishment was stupid either. Now, you would think with more money than God, more little acolytes, leftist acolytes running around, communist socialist acolytes running around, being a full 90+% of the mainstream media. Now, you would think they could think their way out of a wet paper bag. Not so quick. You would think they had the understanding of a long game. That's right. And that's what Donald J. Trump has. Patience and understanding and political savvy like this country and the emotional protesters have never had, could never have, because they just do as they are told, as Donald J. Trump does as he wishes. I mean, from the very beginning, folks, they had to have realized that their emotional outburst was working against them. Donald J. Trump has never changed his core message, and the left has only served to make him stronger. Every time the mainstream media attacks him, he comes out smelling like a rose. Every time the protesters show themselves to be the empty-headed animals that they are, he comes out ahead. I mean, they just gave Donald J. Trump the equivalent of a multi-billion-dollar campaign donation in their actions. Because every time they show themselves for what they are, a bunch of empty-headed emotional animals, well then, they prove Donald J. Trump right. They prove him right again and again and again. Because let me tell you this, you genius protesters, do you really think that America in 2016, an America that is sick and tired of illegals dictating our political policies from our political puppets? No, we're not. We're not happy with that. Do you really think that arrogantly waving your fags, waving your flags, your Mexican flags, beating up Americans is going to serve you? Not hardly. As you can clearly see, once again, you morons, you are serving the Donald. And you're too stupid and you're too emotional to know when to stop digging that political hole you have dug for yourself. I mean, at this point, folks, they have pissed off America, not only the right, but the middle and the center right left. That's right. You know those Reagan Democrats? That's right. You know, the same people that have been brought out once again, not voluntarily. They were forced out of their complacent little cubby holes in mainstream America, in middle America. They have been forced out because of their complacency, right? America and Americans don't have the time to be complacent anymore. As we are debating all of these moron protesters, what are we not talking about? We are not talking about the impending financial collapse that is at our doorstep. We are at the precipice of global economic collapse. But hey, guess what? No one's talking about it. No one's talking about the Middle East right now. No, we're talking about Middle America. We're talking about all of the moronic buffoons, the retards. I don't use that term loosely. The retards on the left, which is just about the entirety of the party. Hey, guess what? Turn out the lights. The party's over. Just like Willie Nelson said back in the day, turn out the lights. The party's over. The news is out all over town. That's right. All throughout America. The news is out. We're wide awake. We're pissed. And every time you arrogantly shove those Mexican flags in our face, it just makes us more and more angry. It solidifies our positions at the detriment of your losing leftist ideologies. People are waking up. And what you have done every time you know, every time you protest for transgender bathrooms, every time you protest for illegal amnesty, every time you protest and make yourselves known once again to us and show us exactly what you are, empty headed emotional animals, well, you do that to your own detriment. And at this point, I guess you don't have anything else because we are wide awake. We see you, and your time is nigh. I mean, just look at the Drudge headlines, folks. Hey, and Trump made a joke about it as he was jumping the fence, forced to jump a fence. He got inside. Right, he wasn't turned back by his apparently political allies, the protesters. He wasn't turned back. No, he turned lemons into lemonade, made a joke about it, and what was waiting for him on the inside? Well, on the inside was the Remembrance Project, right? On the inside were the images, that's right, of children killed, families decimated at the hands of these same illegals that are protesting, trying to kick our future president out of our country, right? Not going to happen. Let's look at some of the headlines. Rioters rage outside Trump rally in Southern California. Smash police cars because let's face it, that's nothing says legitimacy more than a riotous crowd of illegal aliens smashing and burning police cars and waving their wetbag flags, like they have won, right? Because that's typically what you do when you're waving your flag and you place it on the ground. That's showing the world that you have taken over. Not so fast. It seems that cops are outnumbered. And here's what they're afraid of. Here's why they're protesting. Here's why they are so gosh darn desperate. He's gonna build a wall in our land, is he? No, it's not your land, it's our land. Everybody is scared right now because they know change is coming. Rush to naturalize immigrant voters before election, right? And every time we see one of these headlines, and don't believe, folks. Oh, here's another headline. Guess what? John Wayne Day was rejected over racism concerns. Kentucky Confederate monument to be removed after 120 years. Do you feel me? Do you hear what I'm saying, folks? As you protesters are paid to protest, don't think that the political movers and shakers, the billionaire corporate fascists like Soros and the other of the Republican and Democratic established owners, right? Because that's what they are. They're owners of the party. They're not donors, they're owners. So don't think these owners don't know the repercussions of their paid protesters, right? They know. Don't think that the entire United States of America has not been directed, right, like a herd of cattle into the slaughterhouses, right? As they're bottlenecked, by the fences that are directing them into their own demise. The entire establishment, knowing where the country is doing the exact same thing. They know the country is anti-establishment, anti-right, anti-left. pro-outsider. So what do? They pretend like they are all against the Donald, right? They pay their protesters, and they're not stupid. George Soros is a lot of things, but stupid is not one of them, right? All of the leftists and the so-called conservatives, like the Koch brothers, that are anything but conservative, don't think that all of the corporate fascist billionaires on both sides don't know what they're doing. Don't think that they would not instantly, okay? Don't think they would not instantly change their modus operandi if it wasn't working. Don't think they can't stop on a dime and change their attack plan if said attack plan wasn't working. But guess what? It's working. Oh, it is working all too well. And you're not going to even see what happened until it's too late. You're not going to see that all the corporate fascists manipulated the entire country. And I've got to tell you, folks, I'm in a sanctuary city. I have not one problem with it. I don't. I really don't. If Donald J. Trump will actually build a wall, if Donald J. Trump will actually go after these wetbacks, if you want to put martial law on the streets, what do I care? Because if you're a law-abiding citizen, you're not really concerned about martial law. You're concerned about the lack of any law enforcement. You're concerned, if you're a law-abiding citizen, if you're an American citizen, you're concerned with the law enforcement in sanctuary cities taking their dictates directly from the illegal aliens and their lobby. You're not concerned about somebody, let's say, enforcing the rule of law. No, you're upset and you're pissed about the opposite. The complete denial that we are a nation of laws, the opening of our borders, the killing of our kids and our family members at the hands of illegals. That's what you're concerned about. And let me tell you something. If Donald J. Trump, after he gets in, tries to say, well, I would build that wall, but that stupid Congress just got in my way, like Obama and every other politician does, that's the end of Donald J. Trump. Impeachment proceedings will go ahead after that at a very, very vigorous pace, pushed by the public. So Donald J. Trump, step very, very carefully, because after you get ushered into the office of the president, then you're going to have to do the right thing. Not for Israel, not for Mexico, not for anyone but America and America and Americans first. Once again, I want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, political protesters on the lunatic left, for being the most loyal contributors and donators to the Donald J. Trump campaign for presidency of the United States of America. Your support will be remembered and appreciated. And let me tell you something. We might even say thank you as we're building that wall to wall you out, right? And to once and finally insert the rule of law at our southern and northern borders, right? Because don't think that they are beyond going or trying to go through Canada once we shut off the southern border. As I always tell you folks, The price for freedom is eternal vigilance. You can sleep when you're dead because we have a country to take back. We're not waiting for these puppet politicians to give us anything. We are now going to take back what is ours. And if you get in our way, then you are going to be a statistic. This is Joe Wayne with the Anti-COINTELPRO Show and InstinctForSurvival.com. Good day. This is Joe Wayne with the Anti-COINTELPRO Show and InstinctForSurvival.com. Thank you. Thank you to all of those wonderful, wonderful, wonderful protesters. All of your wisdom, you guys and you gals and you little Mexican babies. Yeah, you cute little Mexican babies with your cute little Mexican flags as a backdrop and your little sign saying, "Make America Mexico Again." Hey, guess what? This is our land. This is our land, Patron. That's right. He is the Patron. That's right. He's your big boss man. Don't ever forget it. And if there were any question marks associated with this remark, look at the pictures. Look at all the beautiful Mexico in Costa Mesa, California. That's right. Beautiful Costa Mesa, California, where the flags match the name. That's right. All Mexican in nature. Yeah, not Mexican American, Mexican. As shown by their Mexican patriotism and all of their wonderful Mexican flags that they're flying all over the captured southern states of California. Yep, they used to be the southern states, the Southern California state of the protesters. Thanks, protesters. Today, I, Joe Wayne, with the Anti-COINTELPRO Show and InstinctForSurvival.com, will be playing the part of Trump surrogate. That's right. So, as a Trump surrogate, a pretend Trump surrogate, let me say thank you to our most loyal supporters. Thanks for our biggest donators of political currency. Thanks for those ones that have been there every single step of the way from the beginning of Donald J. Trump's announcement to where we find ourselves today. Republic of the United States of America. Now they are nothing more than one ginormous party for the Trumpster. That's right. One ginormous victory party. Thank you, California.
It's 4 o'clock.
Thank you, protesters. Thank you, illegal alien lobby, for doing what mere corrupted cash could never do. Your political, emotional anger has turned into the currency of political will for Donald J. Trump and his mission to make America great again. Yep. You guys in